And welcome back, boys and girls, to another session of I Didn't Know That About Wyoming. I'm Mr. Dennis.
And I'm Tatum. And I'm Cammie.
All right, and we welcome you again to this series where we continue talking about some of the major industries in Wyoming. Cammie and Tatum, let me ask you a wild question. Besides gold, can you think of any other products that are either mined or found as natural resources here in Wyoming?
Coal?
Coal! I'm glad you said that. In fact, coal is one of the number one products that we have in Wyoming today. It is the number one producer in all of the nation. In fact, some of our coal that comes from the Gillette area or the Kimmer area is some of the finest coal that is found and is used actually back in Pennsylvania in some of their car manufacturing industries, because our coal heats hotter and retains the heat. So that was a good one. Cammie, can you think of another product that we may have had in Wyoming?
Gold?
Gold? Gold was a good one. We talked about that in an earlier series. Yes.
Trona.
Trona. Yes, Trona is another very important product here that we have in Wyoming. In fact, can you, either one of you, think of anything that Trona might have been used for? Yes.
The windows?
Yes, the glass that we have in our windows is made out of Trona. And Cammie, did you know that when you go home tonight and you wash your hands and your face, that probably Trona is in the soap or the soap products that you're using? In fact, you probably didn't know this, many of the food ingredients include Trona. So, now, besides Trona, there's another product that's produced here in Wyoming, close to Trona, called bentonite. Do either one of you have any idea what bentonite might be used for? Now, I'm going to give you a hint. Girls really like some of the products that come from bentonite because it makes them look pretty.
Makeup?
Makeup and cosmetic items. You're absolutely right. In fact, this time, it also should be noted that bentonite is used in many of our medical medicines that we have. That's right. Bentonite is also important because, as you know, oil is another large industry here in Wyoming. And in order to get the oil out, you sometimes have to drill. Well, it takes bentonite to help do the drilling. So all of these products are so important in Wyoming. We want to do a little activity today. And boys and girls, as you watch this activity, maybe you can have your parents, mom or dad, or brother and sister, bake us some chocolate chip cookies. We want to talk to you about how the industry of oil, uranium, Trona, bentonite, coal, as important as they are, there's a certain feature that we have to keep in mind. And so let's do this activity and then we'll talk about what that is. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to give each of you a plate. Now, on the plate, I'm going to give each of you a chocolate chip cookie. Each of you are also going to receive your mining tools. Your mining tools in this case is a toothpick and a small nail. Okay? Now, this is what I want you to do. And boys and girls, you can kind of watch this at home and you can kind of maybe take notes and learn how to do this. And then you might try something like this with your family. I'm going to have each of you own your own coal mine. And so the little chocolate chips inside represent coal. All right? Now Cammie's already started. Let me explain to you what we're going to do. We're going to see who can mine the most gold in the quickest amount of time. And so we're going to give you about 60 seconds And get ready, get set, go. Just hurry up and get that. You can use both tools. You can do whatever you want to do. Just get those chocolate chips out as quick and fast as you can. Remember, the one who gets the most chocolate chips out wins the game. So here they go. Cammy's really going to town. Tatum's taking a little bit of time on his. Let's see what he does. Look at Cammy go. Oh man, look at all the coal that Cammy is getting out of her cookie. I'm kind of surprised that they haven't picked their cookie up and broken in half. Oh, there goes Cammy. Now she's starting to dig in a little bit more. But Tatum's taking his time. Taking it slow and easy. I like this. How much time do we have left? We have about 30 seconds. And here we go with that. All right, let's go ahead and stop. Put your cookies down. All right, I don't know. Let's see. I think if I was to look at this, I'd have to say Cammy won. She did the best. But this is really interesting. In fact, I'm glad that Tatum took his time and did what he did. I'm going to ask them to do something now that is very, very important. As these miners and oil industries come into Wyoming, one of the things that they have to be able to plan ahead on is once they go into an area to mine and to extract either the coal or dig the oil, then once the natural resources runs out, they have to be able to do what we call reclaim. Cammy, do you have any idea what reclaim means?
To claim,
Well, means to do what?
to do it again.
Do it again. So, in other words,
Claim again.
what they want to do is they want to put the land back as close to the way it was originally as it was before they started mining. So, can I have each of you put back your land? Oh, look at Tatum's. Ah, you have it. Okay, just lay it right down there. Ugh. Oh, let's take a look at both these now. This becomes very important. Now, as we think about mining and the importance of the industry, of the money that this brings into the state, the other thing we have to think about is this. Each time we go into an area and dig it up, as Cammy did here, and break up the natural environment, it can affect the water we drink. It can affect the wildlife that lives there. It can actually affect the aesthetics. Do you know what aesthetics means?
No.
The look of the area. It can make an area look really beautiful, or it can make an area look really ugly. And so, as we look at Cammy's cookie, we see that she went in, she got a lot of coal out of there, but being able to restore the land as it once was pretty hard, wasn't it? On the other hand, we notice that Tatum, he took his time and he didn't get as much coal out, but he was able to reclaim the cookie into its original state in a much better place. Now, the productive companies, and we're grateful for the industries here in Wyoming, the oil industries, the Trona, the Bentonine, the coal mining, because these companies have been very responsible. They look to gather as much natural resources that we will need, be it coal or bentonite or trona, as they can, but they are very careful not to destroy the land to where it cannot be reclaimed. And so sometimes what happens is they will take out less of the natural resource in order to preserve the natural state of the environment. And that's really what mining is all about. How do we make so we can produce what we need, yet preserve the natural environment of this beautiful state? Well, you know, Cammie and Tatum, much like the oil companies and the coal companies, and the trona and the bentonite companies, are there ways that you can think of that we can also preserve and help our natural environment?
Yes.
What would be some ways?
Picking up trash.
Yeah, pick up trash as you're going along the street or in our city parks. What might be some other ways? How about how much water we use? Yeah, we have these beautiful resources here in Wyoming, but if we are not careful on how much we use, if we overuse them, if we aren't conservative on the amount of electricity, the amount of water we use, then we can use up these resources, can't we? But if we are careful, and if we will be conservationists, you know what a conservationist is? One who is aware of the environment and does everything that they can. So boys and girls, I'm going to encourage you, Cammie and Tatum and I, to be aware of how you might save and reserve and help to keep our beautiful state of Wyoming in the natural state that we love to go out and see and visit and enjoy. And so thank you, and we hope that you've enjoyed this little activity, coal mining.